Hi guys, it's Mr. McComb.
And Mrs. Logaman.
We're going to read the book Count Worm today. And I really like this book, Kinderguppies, because it's by Roger Hargreaves. He's the same author who wrote all those Little Mr. and Little Miss books we've been reading.
Plus, guys, this book is about worms, and worms are really good for the environment. And yesterday was Earth Day. Once there was a worm, William, the counting worm.
One morning, he went out for a walk. He met a small boy. The boy was crying. "Ha, ha, ha." "What is the matter?" asked William Worm kindly. "Why are you crying?" "I cannot count," sniffled the boy.
Now, said William Worm, would you like me to teach you how to count? Oh, yes, please, said the boy. He stopped crying. Very well, said William Worm. Let us begin.
"Now," said William Worm, "let me ask you a question. How many noses do you have on your face?" The boy tried to look at his nose.
One, he said. I have one nose on my face. Correct, said William Worm. Do you know what one looks like? No, said the boy. It looks like me, said William Worm.
William Worm went on. "Let me ask you another question. How many feet do you have?" The boy looked down at his feet. It was easier than trying to look at his nose. "I have 2 feet," he replied.
Correct, said William Worm. You have 2 feet. In fact, you have 2 feet more than me. Then he turned himself into a 2. Is that what a 2 looks like? Asked the boy. Yes, smiled William Worm.
"What comes after 2?" asked William Worm. I don't know," said the boy. "3," said William Worm. "3 comes after 2, and 2 comes after 1. "Oh, boy," said the boy. "Look over there," said William Worm. "In that field there are 3 trees. 1, 2, 3."
And he turned himself into a 3. 1, 2, 3, said the boy. Correct, replied William Worm.
"Then comes 4, he continued. "There are 4 birds sitting up on that branch. Count them." "Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, counted the boy.
Great, smiled William Worm. He had already become a 4.
Then they came to a farm gate. "How many bars does that gate have?" asked William Worm. The boy climbed up on that gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This is what a 5 looks like, said William Worm.
They went through the farm gate. They came to a field. "How many clouds are there in the sky?" asked William Worm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What comes next?" asked the boy.
6, replied William Worm.
They saw a farmhouse. "How many doors?" asked William Worm. 1, said the boy. "And how many chimneys?" 2, said the boy. "Correct," replied William Worm.
How many windows does it have? Asked the boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, said William Worm.
"And after 7 comes 8, said William Worm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you like the flowers over there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 flowers, said the boy.
That is right, puffed William Worm. Turning into an 8 was an effort. In fact, it was very hard.
There are 9 apples on that apple tree, said William Worm. No, there are not, said the boy, and he picked up one of the apples and ate it. Now there are only 8 apples, he said. Ha ha ha.
William Worm smiled. He turned himself into a 9. You have learned how to count, he said.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, said the boy. What comes after 9? 10, replied William Worm. Will you turn yourself into a 10 for me? Asked the boy.
Sorry, said William Worm. I can't do that alone. I will need a friend to help. William Worm whistled. It was a very loud whistle.
Another worm appeared out of the ground. Bobby, said William Worm. That was the other worm's name. Will you help me make it 10? Yo, my pleasure, said Bobby.
They made a 10. Thank you very much, Bobby, said the boy. My pleasure, replied Bobby. Then he disappeared into the ground. Thank you, said the boy to William Worm. He started for home. On the way, he counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. William Worm smiled.
And crawled off.
Wow, Mr. McComb, that sure was a good book.
I agree. I really liked reading that with you, Miss Logan. My favorite character was probably Bobby. Yo, yo, yo!
I really liked his helpful friend.
Yep. You know what, Miss Logan? I think we should make a lesson for the kinderguppies out of this book.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Ah, a great idea? Okay, so here's the lesson. Are you guys ready? I want you to grab Mummy and Daddy and Grandma and Grandpa and all of your grown-ups, and I want you to go outside, and I want you to hunt in the ground, and I want you to find worms, lots of juicy, sticky, fat worms, and I want you to bend them into number shapes.
Oh, my goodness, no, Mr. McComb.
Please.
No, no, no.
Please, please, please.
No, no, no.
Oh, what's your lesson, Mrs.
How
Logeman?
about we have the boys and girls go outside with their moms and dads, big brothers, big sisters, grandmas, grandpas, and they can look for signs of spring. Maybe they can look for leaves and buds, and maybe even they see some bugs or worms out there, but no bending live things into shapes.
Can they do it like a scavenger hunt where they have to find 1 of something and 2 of something and then 3 of something else and then show us in a picture?
That is a great idea, Mr. McComb. Yes, so maybe 1 stick, 2 rocks, that kind of idea.
3 clouds.
4 leaves.
5 worms.
Ah! As long as you're not bending them into shapes.
You guys have fun. Show us those pictures.